Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to Terraform section. So today we will be looking into the provisioners. Today we will be looking into the provisioner section. What exactly provisioner do and why we need to use it. Let me explain that. So what happens in case of our EC2 instance? Let's say if we create an EC2 instance, then normally the way you create an EC2 instance via console, AWS console, in the same way we can create an EC2 instance. Like let's say if I do launch instances, then let's say if I give name web1 or anything, if I skip it, that is okay for me. The instance type as t2.micro, and let's say I don't have any key pair, so proceed without key pair, and I want SSH and HTTP access in the security group. Rest of the things I will keep it as it is. Okay, so first I'll just show you the demo without provisioner, means directly via console, and we will convert the same thing in our Terraform. Okay, so now we got our instance ready over here. Meanwhile, let's say if you want to install HTTPD and install certain web pages, so you can do so likewise. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just check whether it is up and running or not. So now my instance is up and running. Let's try to connect to this EC2 instance quickly, and then we will just install our HTTPD package over here. So let's go to root access first. Then let's start it and enable it. And let's put some message within that so that we can see the page properly. Okay, so I have just provided hello world from this host name, and this is the public IP address. Let's try to copy paste this public IP address, and you will see certain web page over here. Okay, and now the same thing I want to do with the help of Terraform as well. But till now what we have seen with the help of Terraform, that normally we used to create an EC2 instance and that's all. But what if I want to install HTTPD with the help of Terraform? I want to start it, enable it. It means I want to run certain scripts over here with the help of Terraform. In that case, provisioner is going to help us. Okay, there are many types of provisioners actually, but basically two of the provisioners are important. That is nothing but a local, and other is nothing but a remote. Okay, so first we will look into the remote provisioner, and then we will look into the local provisioners. So this provisioner is going to help us in installing the things on the newly created EC2 instance. Okay, so how it is going to do, I'll show you with certain code which I'm having already on my GitHub. So let's go to our GitHub. Success story, and then let's go to Terraform, remote provisioners.tf. Okay, so first of all we will talk about the security group, which we haven't talked yet. Okay, now you know that if you want to create an EC2 instance and connect to it with port 22 means SSH, and connect to it via port 80 as well, just to look into this information. So your inbound rule, okay, must have port 22 and port 80 open. Okay, so that's where this manually created security means this security group attached to this EC2 instance, it's having port 80 and port 22 from everyone. Let's consider. Okay, so that's where I can do SSH and I can connect to this EC2 instance over the port 80. So if you want to create a security group likewise with the help of Terraform, then you have to make use of this code. Where is that? Yeah, this one. So we'll just do each and everything step by step. So first we are going to create an security group for. Meanwhile, what I will do, I'll just destroy each and everything so that we can have some clarity. So let me delete this EC2 instance so that we don't have any EC2 instance, and we will create it from scratch. And let me delete this security group as well. There are a lot many. Okay, I'll try to delete. Okay, so I have deleted all the security group over here, and now in our EC2 dashboard I don't have anything, means I don't have any EC2 instance running. A security group I have only one, that is nothing but a default one. Okay, so let's achieve the same thing via our Terraform. So let's create a security group first, then we will attach that security group to our EC2 instance. Okay, till now our default security group was getting attached to it because we haven't specified any security group earlier. Okay, so we will see this section now. So I just copied this code. I'll explain what this is all about and which all files we are having. We are having variables.tf, in which my instance type is t2.micro. Provider is AWS with Mumbai as a region, and all my credentials about access key and secret access key are already stored via AWS configure. So that's where I'm not providing my credentials over here. And within the EC2 I'm going to, this is the EC2 instance creation, but let me just comment this out, and so that I will first create my security group sg.tf. So I'll just create one file. You can create any file, okay, or you can just have each and everything in single file as well, but it's a good practice to create different file for different resources. So over here I'm just creating a resource AWS security group with a local name as allow ssh. Name of that security group is allow ssh. This is up to you, whatever you can provide. Description also is up to you. Allow ssh inbound traffic. Ingress is nothing but inbound and egress is nothing but outbound. Okay, in case of this dashboard, if you will see security groups, and within the security group you will see certain inbound rules, outbound rules. Okay, so this inbound rule is nothing but incoming traffic, outbound rule is outgoing traffic. So this incoming traffic is defined in the Terraform by ingress, and outgoing traffic within the Terraform is defined by egress. So we want to allow port 22, okay, from everyone. We want to allow port 80 from everyone. Okay, and last but not the least is outbound traffic. If I show you outbound traffic of this security group, then let me show you. Then you can see all the ports. Okay, port range is all, so all ports are allowed to the destination, everyone. Okay, so in short, this outbound rule is wide. Any uh, means my EC2 instance can connect to any of my, means any port on the internet. Okay, any port, any IP on the internet. So same thing I have mentioned over here. All port means we have maximum port range is 65535. This is the maximum port number we are having. There cannot be any port greater than this. Okay, so that's where I want 0 to 65535, means all it is going to cover all the port ranges, all the port to destination, everyone. Okay, the thing is, whenever you are going to create a security group manually, okay, I'll show you. Let's say I just create a security group, give it a name. Okay, you can see over here I need to give a name to a security group. I need to provide a description as well. So let me give demo hg. I need to provide description, and let's say if I keep it everything blank and create a security group. In that case, inbound rule, there is no rules I have defined. Outbound rules, by default outbound rule will have all the traffic. Okay, so this is the default rule which will get added within the outbound thing. But keep one thing in mind, whenever you are trying to create, whenever you will try to create security group from Terraform, outbound rule will not be provided by default. Okay, so that's where I need to specifically mention the outbound rule likewise. Otherwise, connectivity to internet will not happen, or anything will not happen from EC2 instance to outside. Okay, so this highlighted code we need to specify in the Terraform. In case of manual creation of the security group, automatically outbound rule will get added. Okay, so this is how I'm going to create a security group in my case. Okay, so I'll just save the code, and I'm within this tf-code folder, and same is the case over here as well, tf code, and we are having s2.tf, which is like a commented file right now. Each and every line is commented. Provider.tf having all the provider information, and our region as well, security group we just created, and variables.tf. Right now this is not getting used. Okay, so let's do the Terraform plan. Let's initialize the plugins first. It is going to download all the plugins related to our provider. Okay, so once this plugins got downloaded at our end, then we will just do plan and apply. So our plan got, sorry, our Terraform init got successful. It has downloaded our .terraform folder. Means within that we have plugins. So now let's do Terraform plan. So it should show that one security group is going to get created. Okay, before that what I will do, I'll just delete this, so that it will not have more security groups. So let me delete this which I had just created. Now we are left with only default security group over here. Okay, so this is going to show you that one to add, which is nothing but a one security group is going to get added over here, and a description and each and everything which I have explained. This is the egress, nothing but outbound, and ingress is nothing but inbound. Okay, so these two things are going to get created. Apply. I'll say -- auto approve, so that directly it is going to get created without any approval. So once this got completed, you will see one more security group added at this location. So now one allow SSH security group got added. This is just because this creation got successful. Okay, so now which all things are present within this? Let's go to the inbound thing and let's check the status. In case of inbound rules, you can see automatically this port 80 and port 22 is now open, and it has some description as well, SSH into VPC, and okay, this description is not proper. This should be like port 80 to be open within the VPC, but that's okay. This description is coming from our code only. Okay, whatever you have defined within this description, okay, you can see over here the same description is going to get present within this as well. Okay, each and every field of it we can manage via Terraform. So now we have created a security group with port 22 and port 80. Okay, now we need this security group to be attached to our newly created EC2 instance. So what we can do over here, I'll explain this code as well in case of, okay, this is the EC2 and AMI ID. I'll just make sure AMI ID, let's get correct. Okay, this is the correct AMI ID. Now this is my EC2 instance code. What is written within that? That I want to create a EC2 instance with this AMI with t2.micro as a instance type. Then this VPC security group ID, okay, means we want to attach a security group which we just created. Okay, so VPC security group ID is equal to, what is equal to this AWS underscore security group dot allow SSH dot ID. Okay, because each and every EC2 instance have security group ID attached to it. Now this is, where is my code? Okay, so this is the thing how we can attach my security group to the EC2 instance. So अभी मैंने जो EC2 sorry security group बनाया था, that security group will get attached to my EC2 instance now. Okay, and once EC2 instance will get ready, it will get into the running state. In that case, I am making use of the provisioner, which is nothing but a remote execute. Okay, so this name is important. Okay, एक remote execute, एक local execute होता है. And once I specify the remote execute, it means certain scripts are getting executed on my EC2 instance. So this Amazon Linux extras install. Okay, so this is also one of the way by which we can install. Means I can install with the help of M as well, and Amazon also provides certain packages, package manager to install the packages. Okay, so I'm trying to install my Nginx with this version, and I'm going to start my Nginx. Okay, so this is how you can just make sure to run certain scripts, okay, within your EC2 instance. But one thing is missing over here, that is nothing but how you will going to do SSH. Till now I used to make use of the connect as an option. Okay, I'll show you earlier. In case of instances, okay, in case of instances I used to connect via this connect. Okay, and if you want to connect via this button, in that case you don't need any key pair because this is internal to AWS. But now Terraform will do SSH connection not via this connect. Okay, so that's where we need to have SSH key. Okay, means key pair key, not SSH key. Means we need to have a key pair so that we can do SSH to our EC2 instance. Okay, so for that matter, what we have to do, we have to generate the PAM file. Okay, because you know, whenever we used to do SSH with this terminal, in that case we used to provide the things SSH hyphen I, then let's say file.pam, then EC2 user @ public IP. Okay, this is how we used to connect to our EC2 instance via this terminal. Okay, so Terraform is also going to connect to our EC2 instance via this terminal only. So that's where we need to provide a PAM file. So right now at this location I don't have any PAM file generated over here, so nothing is there at my end. Okay, so what I can do, I can generate a PAM file as well, or maybe I can create a PAM file manually and make use of that as well. So for time being, what I will do, just to show you a demo, I'll just create a key pair manually and I'll make use of that key pair to this EC2 instance. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a key pair. Let's say demo provisioner, and let's generate a PAM file, and this got downloaded at our end. Okay, so let me show this, let me open, and this is the content of this and this is the private key. Okay, so private key will get downloaded at our end and public key will get saved in the AWS, and that file is at the download section. So let's copy that file from the download section. Demo provisioner.pem. So I have copied this file at the current location. Okay, demo provisioner.pem. So we are going to make use of this file while connecting it. So let me just replace it. Now we need to provide certain connection as well, because we are going to connect to this EC2 instance from my terminal. So how I want my Terraform to connect, so that is the thing which is provided within the connection. So as I told you earlier, whenever you want to connect to EC2 instance, in that case you need a PAM file, you need a user, you need public IP address, and how you are going to connect, that is nothing but via SSH. So same thing is mentioned over here. This is the type is SSH, user is EC2 user, and this is the private key that I'm going to make use of, demo-provisioner.pem, which I'm having at this location currently. And किस public IP को connect करना है, host equal to self.public IP. Now you will see this connection is written within the EC2 section only. Okay, AWS instance के अंदर ही सब कुछ लिखा है. It's not something like different resource. एक ही resource के अंदर we are writing lot of things over here. Okay, so that's where self.public IP will work over here. So we need to connect to the public IP address. So these four things were mandatory for connecting manually. So same thing is like four things are mandatory for connecting via Terraform as well. Okay, so once this is okay, then what it is going to flow कैसे होगा. First of all, EC2 instance will get created, then security group will get attached to it, then connection will happen. Once the connection will get successful, then Nginx installation will happen. Okay, with the help of this thing. So we will see each and every steps which okay, while executing. So what I will do, I'll just make use of this Terraform apply. So within that, plan is also included. So I'll just show you plan first, and then I'll just provide S after that. And in this case, now my only single resource is getting added. That single resource is nothing but my EC2 instance. Okay, because security group is already created earlier, so that's where it is not getting recreated. Okay, so now directly my EC2 instance will get created, and rest of the things will happen automatically. So over here, okay, seems I missed something within my code. Yeah, key name is equal to, I have provided something wrong over here. Okay, key name is this is okay. So over here, a key name I need to provide, that is nothing but a demo-provisioner. It means which key pair you want to attach to your EC2 instance. So as you can see, I have created a key demo-provisioner. So same key I want my EC2 instance to get attached. Okay, so let's do it. Let's apply it one more time. And once it get applied, we are going to do means it is going to show you plan one more time. And let's proceed further with this plan. So first of all, now you can see my EC2 instance is getting created over here, and it will take almost 30 seconds to get it created. Meanwhile we can see the same thing in our EC2 dashboard as well. So this is under the pending condition. This will soon become into the running condition. Okay, so SSH agent could not detect Pgent or Windows native SSH. Let's say if you get this issue, okay, this issue is not because of our I meant to say Terraform code. Sometimes Terraform fail to do SSH via certain tool like MobiXterm. In that case, just go to our bash git bash. Okay, just switch certain terminal just for this activity. Go to same folder like desktop tf code, where we have all our code written. Okay, so we have like security group.tf ec2, then pm file, each and everything we are having over here. And let's do. So sir, sometimes if you get the same issue, this is just because there are certain settings which we need to enable on the mobile system side, then only things will work. But I don't want to go into that detail about settings within this mobile system. So that's where I will choose to create my EC2 instance over this git bash. So you can see plan is one to add, one to destroy. So the previous EC2 instance will get destroyed because that is not created correctly. Okay, so earlier we were we got a message of failure because SSH connection was not uh, perfect over there. So that's why that previous EC2 instance will get deleted and a newer will get created, and that newer EC2 instance, once it gets created again, it will try to do SSH connection, and connection will become successful definitely. And now you can see at this message. Okay, okay, let it complete first, then I'll just scroll it up and show you uh, in detail. Okay, so let it finish. All these messages that you can see over here, all those steps of the installations. Okay, so one got added, ignore about destroyed. So let me go to first page, and okay, so over here the previous instance got destroyed first, newer instance got created over here. Once it got created, security group got attached to it, then provisioner came into the picture. It has connecting to the remote host via SSH. Okay, because we have defined type equal to SSH. So this is the public IP address, user is EC2 user, and it has connected to it via pame file. Okay, and once it got connected, it will show you this message whether it has connected or not. So it means SSH got successful over here. So once SSH got successful, then it will install the nginx with, because I have defined two lines to install the nginx, plus the second line is to start the nginx. Okay, so all these messages belongs to that only, nothing else. Then this is the installations messages and all those things. So once installation got successful, you will see that one resource got added successfully. It means our EC2 instance got created successfully, this one, and this EC2 instance, if I check what is the key pair attached to it, okay, then you will see where is that message about the key pair. Okay, so you will see this is the key pair attached to it, demo hyphen provisioner, where we have defined that over here key name equal to जो भी आप key name provide करोगे, that key pair will get attached to it. Okay, then let's check about the security group. So allow SSH is a security group we had created earlier, and we have properly managed to attach this security group to my EC2 instance, and this allow SSH is having port 80 and port 22 open. Okay, and let's check if we can access to this public IP properly or not. So now you can see welcome to nginx page I'm getting. It means I'm getting my means this is nginx installation got successful over here. And if you want to do certain customization, definitely in that case you have to just create a certain file under this user share nginx html, and let's say index.html file, and That's all. Then that page will be visible over here, that we have already seen in earlier cases. But this is how I wanted to show you how our remote execute is going to help us in installing certain packages. So this is one of the type of the provisioner. Then we will see the next type, that is nothing but a local execute as well. Before going to that, what I will do, I'll just destroy these things. Terraform, destroy, and then we will look into that local execute. Okay, in case of local execute, we can run certain scripts on our local machine as well. It means, let's say, whatever EC2 instance. Okay, I'll show you the code first so that you guys can understood. Let's say I have created my EC2 instance, maybe 10 EC2 instance I have created. Okay, and in that case I want to get the private IP or public IP, any IP address or any other information as well. I want to get all that information and store on my local system. Okay, let's talk about specifically private IP. Okay, so in that case I can make use of the local execute as a provision. This local execute is nothing but it is going to execute on our local system. Means it is not going to run any script on the EC2 instance, or it is not going to install anything on the EC2 instance, nothing sort of that. Okay, this is mainly for gathering the information of all my resources in a particular single file. Okay, what is the benefit of making use of it? That is nothing but connecting it to the Ansible, because as you guys know, Ansible is a configuration management tools. Let's say I have created certain EC2 instance, and after that I want to create 10 users. Let's say जैसे यूज़र ऐड करके अपना कमांड होता है यूनिक्स में, same thing we can do with the help of Ansible as well. So in that case, if I want to add all those uh, IP address of the newly created EC2 instance into the inventory file, okay, because I need to create inventory file and then only my Ansible is going to help me in running certain playbooks. Okay, so in that case, if you want to gather the data within the inventory files, you can make use of this local execute. Okay, so this local execute is going to create or means any command. It's not about only this echo statement or anything. You can run any command, but specifically in my project as well, as far as that concerned, we are going to use this local execute just to fetch the private IP address, so that we will connect to the means, and those private IP address we will merge, or we will just put within the inventory file, so that my Ansible is going to run playbook on all those private IP address. Okay, for that matter we need local execute. Okay, so let me copy paste this. Okay, and okay, I hope it got destroyed successfully. Yeah, destroy completed. So I have this much thing over here, and definitely I will delete my security group now, because if I keep this file over here, then it will keep on creating my security group each and every time. So for that matter, I'm going to delete this file. Even pame file is also not required for me. And yeah, and we want a proper AMI ID. Let me grab the correct AMI ID. Okay, so I'm going to create my EC2 instance with t2.micro, and it is going to, once this EC2 instance got created successfully, it is going to fetch the private IP. So is AWS instance dot myc2 dot private IP. Private IP is an attribute. Okay, and I'm going to save that thing within a txt file. So this is nothing but my invent. I will consider my this file as an inventory, so that my Ansible is going to proceed further and install the playbooks on this IP address. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to play with it. Okay, let's do apply. Okay, so one to add, that is nothing but my EC2 instance is getting added. And at this location you will not see any txt file. Okay, that txt file will get created once this EC2 instance got created, and that txt file will have the private IP address because I am fetching it with this echo command. Okay, so it is still creating, so let's wait for a moment. Okay, so this got created successful, and local execute is also got successful over here. So it has created one txt file. Okay, so this txt file is just having this IP address, and this is nothing but a IP address of my EC2 instance, private IP address. Okay, I can have anything, means if you want to look into which all attributes you are having, you don't need to keep in mind. Okay, you just go to the state file and you just have to, let's say if I go at this location, if you want private IP, then just fetch it. If you want public DNS, you can make use of public DNS. You want public IP, you can make use of this attribute as well. So these are all the attributes, you can make use of it. Okay, so where is that code? ec2.tf. Okay, so as you can see, I have provided private IP. I can make use of the public IP, public DNS. जो भी आपको attribute चाहिए, just type it over here. That will get saved within a txt file. So this is the local execute, which is very easy. This is mainly for gathering the information into a particular text file, and if you want to connect Ansible, then only this is going to help us. Otherwise we will not need this execute provisioner. Okay, understood, I hope. Okay, after making, okay, earlier by default only one EC2 instance was getting created, but if you make it count equal to 4, then 4 EC2 instance will get created at our end. Okay, so instead of replicating the code multiple times, this is always a good practice for creating the multiple EC2 instance with only one resource code. Okay, fine, I got this. I'll just first of all, before showing count, I'll just make this as a comment. This I'll show you why I have commented it. Okay, so let's talk about count equal to 4 first, and then I'll explain why we got this error. Because the thing is, now if I just highlight this code, maybe the thing is, earlier we were having only a single EC2 instance, so aws underscore instance dot my EC2, that was the perfect thing. But now we are having, let's say, 4 EC2 instance. So in that case, each and every local name will become like this. Okay, like this. First will be having 0, second will be having 1, then third, fourth. This is nothing but index. Okay, because we are giving only a single local name, and I already told you this local name cannot be unique, means aws underscore instance dot my EC2, this should refer to only one particular EC2 instance. But now we are creating 4 different EC2 instance, so this local name will get little bit tweaked into this kind of situation. I'll show you once it got created successfully into the details. Okay, so all the EC2 instance got created, and now you can see first EC2 instance is this, second EC2 instance is this. So always this is going to start with 0 1 2 3. Okay, and the same thing you will get to see the within this state file as well, that within the state file you will see that this is the my EC2, but index key is 0. Index key 0 matlab my EC2 square bracket में 0. Then if I just search this index key all over the file, you will see index key 1, index key 2, index key 3. So 0 1 2 3 मतलब 4 हो गया. It means we have created 4 EC2 instances. And let's try to play with our code now within this ec2.tf. I'll just comment this out. Let me try it first. Cycle AWS 3201. Okay, let me try with destruction first. In parallel, I'll just check the code regarding the count. Yeah, count dot. The thing is, this count dot index is nothing but it's like a looping. Okay, if count is 5, and then if you mention count dot index, okay, so first of all, it is going to pick 0, 1, then and first 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 times my this code is going to get repetitive. Okay, so that's where I have mentioned count dot index, because every time the name of my EC2 instance, like the local name, I meant to say, not a name, a local name of my EC2 instance will be depend upon the count. So first it will start with 0, like it's like within the array as well. Like in case of the array, if you have seen, it will always start with a 0 as the index. Okay, we got the same issue, not an issue. Let me comment it first and then delete everything, and then we will recreate everything. This count is mainly if you want to create a multiple resources, and count dot index is mainly for referencing to that resources. Okay, so the value of that count dot index will always start from 0. So for all the 4 EC2 instances are getting destroyed in parallel. They are not dependent on each other. That's where this destruction process is quite faster, because they all are getting destroyed in parallel. Okay, all got destroyed. Let's try to apply now, and we'll see if it sorry, I'll just do control C. I need to, yeah, this looks good. Let's do apply now, and let's see if it works or not. I think something wrong with my code. I'll check it out later on. So I'll just try to figure it out later on. Means why I'm not able to manage to fix this. I will not invest much time right now. I'll check it out later on, and maybe tomorrow I'll explain this part, means how to resolve or why how to get rid of this issue. Okay, but I hope you understood what exactly count is, and count.index will show you demo tomorrow. Okay, definitely. So what I will do, I'll just create a key pair now, but this time my requirement is like I want to create a key pair in multiple regions. Okay, let's say key pair with Terraform. Let's get the code regarding to that key pair. I'll just copy paste this. Okay, this is going to create a key pair in my Mumbai region, because by default it is going to get created in the region in which I have provided a provisioner. ओके प्रोवाइडर के अंदर मैंने रीजन इक्वल टू एपी साउथ वन लिखा है विच इज नथिंग बट मुंबई. Okay, so I'll just cut paste over here so that just for explanation purpose, and I'll cut paste over here. Okay, it will not do any change. You can write any code in any file. Okay, so now you can see by default the region is Mumbai, so that's where this key is going to get created in the Mumbai region. But what if the same key I want to create within the different region as well? Let's say in the Singapore region. So I have to define that region as well. Okay, and the code for that region is nothing but AP Southeast 1. Okay, just say South 1 is Mumbai, Southeast 1 is nothing but a Singapore, and if you are not sure about it, you can just go to not over here, you can just go to this region list, and Southeast 1 is the Singapore. Okay, let me switch to the Southeast 1 as well, and I'll show you the key pairs. So the Mumbai region के अंदर I have only one key pair, a demo, and let me delete that so that I don't have anything over here. So this is kind of a blank one. Okay, and Singapore के अंदर भी let me check the key pair, and this is the blank. There is no key pair in Singapore, there is no key pair in the Mumbai region as well. Okay, so till now we were playing with only one region, that is nothing but a Mumbai, but we want to play with multiple regions this time. That is my requirement. Let's consider. So I want to have this one within the Mumbai, I want to have this one within the Singapore. But if you will define provider equal to AWS and region this, provider equal to AWS region this, definitely my resource will not be able to understood that it should get created within the Mumbai or it should get created within the Singapore. Okay, so that's where we need to make use of the alias. Okay, let's say I will define any value Singapore. This value can be anything. Alias के सामने जो भी मैं लिखता हूँ, this is the custom value. And once we define this, we need to make use of this alias value within the resource section. Okay, so provider is equal to aws.singapore. अभी आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि wherever I haven't provided any provider, ठीक है, this highlighted block के अंदर I don't have any provider. It means by default it is going to run within this Mumbai region. And within this section I have provided provider is equal to aws.singapore. Okay, this is the aws.singapore. So it means this code is going to get executed within this Singapore region. So region क्या है इसका, सिंगापुर रीजन है. दिस कैन बी एनीथिंग. ओके, AWS माई सिंगापुर भी लिख सकता हूँ, तो यहाँ पे भी मुझे माई सिंगापुर लिखना पड़ेगा. ओके, दिस शुड बी मैचिंग, otherwise things will not work. Okay, let's try and execute it. Let's do apply. Must be the unique. Okay, correct. And this things must be the unique because AWS deployer key deployer, sorry, AWS key pair deployer, AWS key pair deployer. This local name should be different. So I'll just name it 1 and 2 so that each and everything should be unique over here. Okay, so hopefully my two resources will get created, one within the Mumbai, one within the Singapore. So key pair got created successfully. AWS key pair deploy 2, AWS key pair deploy 1, both got created successfully. Let's check. This is the Mumbai region and let's refresh it. We got deployer hyphen key. This is the Singapore region. We got deployer key over here as well. So you can see with the help of alias I can make use of different regions in only single configuration file. I don't have to make use of it, or I don't have to have multiple things or multiple files for that matter. Okay, so within a single configuration file you can make use of the multiple regions as well. It's not stick to only a single region. Okay, understood this much? Okay, then one last thing is like how you can create a resource in different accounts. Okay, अभी तो अपन ने different region देखा, but what if I have to do the same, means I have to install or create the things within the different regions, not region, account. Let's say I have two accounts, account 1, AWS account 1 and AWS account 2. Okay, I have two different accounts. So I want to create one resource in first account, second resource in second account. That is also possible with the help of my provider section only. We need to figure it out how we can do it, but definitely we can do it. Okay, so let's wait for it to be get destroyed. Okay, so things are destroyed now. So this provider section is mainly for providing multiple regions. So okay, I'll keep it as it is for now. And I hope state file looks blank. Yeah, state file is also blank. So for that matter, what we have to do over here, as I told you, always all my AWS related credentials will get stored within this file, where I am in the admin.aws. We have config, we have credentials. Within the config, I'm having the this region related information, and within the credentials you have access key and secret access key. Okay, and this is my first account. Okay, I'll just close this. This is the Mumbai region in which I don't have any key pair right now because I have destroyed it. And let me open one more AWS account. So let me log into that. Over here I logged into AWS for cloud. Okay, I need to log into something else over in the second account, and DevOps batch 3. Okay, D883XR. What happened? Okay, so this is the different account. I mean, I have two accounts. Okay, so let me generate the key pair for this account as well. So not key pair, credentials for this account as well, because I want to create something within this account. It means I need certain authentication details, right? So for that matter, I'll just generate the credentials for this account as well. So let's create a key pair. Sorry, let's create access key and secret access key. Access key is this. Let's make use of this. So I'll just open the credentials. Let's say account 2. I'll just copy paste everything regarding this. Okay, this is my account 2, and access key is this. Account 2 ka access key is this. Account 2 ka secret access key is this. Okay, that's good. If I open config, let's say config may I'll specify region as the same region. Means within the account 2, this is the default region I want to pick it up. मतलब मुंबई रीजन के ही अंदर बनाना है, बट इन डिफरेंट अकाउंट। ओके, सो आई हैव अपडेटेड दिस फाइल, कॉन्फ़िग फाइल अपडेट किया मैंने, क्रेडेंशियल्स फाइल के अंदर अपडेट किया मैंने, बिकॉज आई नीड टू create in this account as well, in this account as well. Okay, so this account setting is done, and let's go back to our original folder, desktop, tf code. Okay, now where is that? Okay, now profile equal to okay, and this is the region. Is this no, region is not required over here. Okay, fine, I'll just refer the code one more time. Okay, okay, just now look into this, what I have done earlier. What it was the thing, we were having only a single provider block, but now as we want to play with some different regions, so we have added alias. Okay, now we want to play with different accounts altogether. Okay, so for that matter, I have added the credentials on my system over here, and this is nothing but a profile. By default we have profile equal to default. Now I have created one more profile manually, that is nothing but account 2. Okay, so this is the profile, so that's where I need to specify which profile I want to use. Okay, so within this provider block I'm making use of the account 2 as a profile. So it means whatever the credentials are present within this account 2, within that credentials or within that account, a resource will get created. Okay, so first EC2 instance will get created in the default profile, default profile मतलब default profile के अंदर जो भी credentials होंगे उसके अंदर. Second will get created in the account 2 profile. So account 2 profile के अंदर जो भी credentials होंगे उस account के अंदर my things will get created. Okay, so before creating I want to just check it out whether things are there or not. Okay, so let's go back to key pair and just check whether the key pair is already there or not. Let's go to EC2. So this is the, okay, I want to check within the Mumbai region, not North Virginia. Okay, Mumbai region के अंदर एक demo key है which I had created earlier. Let me delete that. So I don't have, okay, you can see this is the cloud as alias given to them. So this is the second account in which I don't have any key pair, and let me show you the first account. This is the first account in which I don't have key pair. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to apply the things. Okay, let's say yes. So one will be created within the first account, second will be created means default profile के अंदर, second will be created in the account 2 profile. So this is the first one, which is the deployer key got created. This is the second account in which deployer key got created. Okay, so this is how we can create our resources, not only a single account. We can manage multiple accounts with a single configuration file. Okay, so you can see the power of my Terraform. So it's not only belong to only a single account. The way I have account 2, I can have account 3, account 4, account 5, anything. So that is how you can create a different means resources within the all over the accounts. Okay, so I hope you guys understood now how we can create a resource within different regions within same account and different account as well. Okay, I hope you guys understood, and thank you so much for joining. Any doubt, just feel free to ask. Okay, see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.